We about to turn it on. 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 We about to turn it on.
The postseason atmosphere is electric as we welcome you to Game 1 of the League Championship Series on MLB Network. It's Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Chicago White Sox.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. H, what do these guys need to do to get a win in this one?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know you don't need 5 or 6 runs to win a game. You just scrape out a couple, and he's going to make it stand up.
Carter Capps will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Well, let's take a look at the White Sox defense brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at Ben Revere. He's a nice defender. Now, he doesn't throw real well, but what he does to compensate for that, he charges the ball real nice. But he can still go back and make a catch if he needs to.
Batting third, the shortstop, Sean Brown.
Hey, let her rip. One side.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Now, Matt, Dave Lawrence is going to remind you a lot of James Kingsley. He comes from that old school of you hit your spots, he's going to call it. He has a tendency to call one side of the plate a little bit more than the other.
And this will be fouled away.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Now a snap move over to first. And he'll dive back in safely. Runners on first with 1 down. And another snap throw to the bag. And a dive, but he's back.
Hey, like to stand up there, huh?
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
That's a pitch to build on right there. In this ballpark, the ball's flying. You want to keep the ball down. That was excellent.
See it, drive it. Let's go, kid.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. Don't want to forget about him. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. The 2-2 one more time. Swinging a hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Another hit in the inning, the second runner on base. Now, look, you have to get to this guy early before he settles in and executes all his pitches. This could be the main inning of the game right here.
Coming to the plate now, Andrew McCutchen. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. 2-0 count. Here it comes. Pitch inside the throw. And he nails him at third. Great throw. Here it comes, 2-0. This one's down to third. Bregman fields it cleanly over to Altuve for the force, and that'll be that. A man left for the White Sox. We are still scoreless. Ready for another chance.
Now batting,
Sean Brown.
Shortstop, Sean
He's
Brown.
ready. Here's the first offering. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth. Stepping in and ready for another shot,
Leading off
Alex
for the
Bregman.
Astros.
He's in to get
Third
things
baseman,
going here in
number
inning
2.
number 5.
Alex Bregman.
Here's the 0-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Brown is right there. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Evan Gattis now standing in. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Evan Gattis.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Left side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Well, he rolled over that one. Not the most impressive single, but it's a line drive in the books.
Digging in and looking for more, Brian
Up
Vick.
next for the
2 base
Astros.
hits, both singles to
Left
this
fielder,
point.
Brian Vick.
Grounded to short. Reined in. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for Houston, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Striding in once
Now
again,
batting,
Sean
the
Brown.
shortstop,
1 for 2 on his
Sean
line so far
Brown.
in the game.
Hey, come on now. One time, right here.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. Now a snap throw to first. And a dive, but he's back in.
Hey, get a good one
From
out
the
there,
belt. Kicks and deals. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Reddick has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Digging in once
Now batting,
again, Sean
shortstop,
Brown, as he'll look to
Sean
bring home that
Brown.
tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the belt, kicks and deals. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Hey, come on, big guy. I need you right now. Hey, here we go.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Started that swing a bit too early.
Your turn.
As a look, now the pitch. This ball will be chopped foul. The next 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. Altuve has it. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
And that's what speed does for you. He made the play, but in the back of his mind, he knew he was dealing with the speedster, so he rushed the throw, and he had more time than he thought, too.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Pitch is high, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And now after the stolen base, they'll go ahead and put him on here to keep the double play in order with one away. So striding in, Brendan Drury, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 0-2, here it is. And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with two away now. Ready once again, Logan Morrison. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Hey, right there. No one better up there.
And now on 3-0, they won't even bother to nibble at the corners as they'll just go ahead and put him aboard here.
Now batting, right fielder, Nomar Mazara.
Hey, come on, big guy. Need you here.
This is on the ground over to first. And this goes right past him. Oh, my, that might play 2. But it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going.
Well, you love it when you come back late in the game, and all of a sudden you get a 2 RBI hit. You find yourself, you were down 1, now you're ahead. Let's see if the pitching can hold on now.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. There's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Chicago take the 1-0 lead here in the league championship series. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's the second game of this ALCS between the American League's Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox. Game 2 of this year's ALCS starts now. Clay Buchholz will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, last outing he only pitched 4 innings. So I know he was disappointed, as was their coaching staff. They're hoping he can get to the 5th, maybe even the 6th inning. He does that, it allows their bullpen a little more lean and gives them a chance to win. So that's what we're looking for in this game.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Chicago White Sox.
Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. What's this lineup have to do tonight in order to get a W here on the road, HR?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know you don't need 5 or 6 runs to win a game. You just scrape out a couple, and he's going to make it stand up.
Clay Buchholz is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, last outing he only pitched 4 innings. So I know he was disappointed, as was their coaching staff. They're hoping he can get to the 5th, maybe even the 6th inning. He does that, it allows their bullpen a little more lean and gives them a chance to win. So that's what we're looking for in this game. All right, Matt, time for majestic defensive alignment for the White Sox. And I'm looking at Ben Revere. He's a nice defender. Now, he doesn't throw real well, but what he does to compensate for that, he charges the ball real nice. But he can still go back and make a catch if he needs to.
Ready now, Sean
Batting third,
Brown.
the shortstop, Sean Brown.
First offering on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And the run will trot home to score from third as the White Sox claim the early 1-0 lead.
A great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Sean Brown. He hit a sac fly earlier. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
Right here.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. And he chased it in the dirt. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Digging in once again, Sean Brown. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1.
Let her rip. Let her rip.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
He chased on that pitch right there, 1-1. He's probably going to try to get him to do it again right here on 1-2.
1-2. Here it comes. In the dirt here. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Curveball that time, not even close.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Hey, put one in the cap right here, huh?
From the belt, kicks and deals. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Strand ready once again. Alex Bregman. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Bregman.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Brown is there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Digging in to try it again, Sean Brown,
Shortstop.
0 for 2 with a
Sean
run batted in for him
Brown.
thus far.
Hey, drive those guys in. Here we go.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
The right guy, no one better up there.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hit slowly back to the mound. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Digging in and looking for more. Nomar Mazara. He singled his last time up. 2 runs, 10 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? Altuve for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. Ready for another chance. Sean Brown.
Shortstop. Sean Brown.
Hey, right guy, right place. Here we
Here's
go.
the first pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1.
Hey, your turn right here, kid. Drive him in. Your turn.
Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he'll dive back in.
Need you right now. Make something happen for us.
The 1-0. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting 1 out could be a challenge.
He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
Well, here's a ground ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Revere heads for the plate, and they will claim game 2 as well as they walk off a winner.
Man, the postseason always seems to deliver big moments, and this was no exception. A walk-off in the final at-bat ends it, and there's bedlam at home plate. Wow!
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Palehose take a 2-0 lead here in the League Championship Series. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plezak, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody. We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's Game 3 of the AL Championship Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros. 2 great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Colin McHugh gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Houston Astros.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. H, what do these guys need to do to get a win in this one?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Colin McHugh will do the pitching in game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, last game he pitched 6 full innings. He looked like he had good stuff. He didn't get a decision, but he gave his team a chance to be in the ball game. I look for a similar performance in this game. All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Astros. And I'm looking down at first base at the big Cuban, Jose Abreu. You talk about a fuss over a private workout. He had everybody in baseball wanting to sign this guy. And years later, we know why.
At the plate,
Batting
Sean
third.
Brown.
Shortstop, Sean Brown.
Come on, guy, get your pitch right here.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, Matt, we won't see a whole lot of arguing with Jerry. If Jerry misses a pitch, he'll tell you, I missed it. What? And if you turn around and you ask him, Jerry, how far off the plate was that? He'll say, Hall of Fame pitch, HR, Hall of Fame. So, Jerry, you got my respect, man. I love him. And the players love him, and so do the pitcher.
There to take it is Abreu, and that's out number 2.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well,
digging in to try it again, Sean Brown. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Hard hit ball to second, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
Well, here he goes again. Here's that guy, a leadoff base hit. He's having a nice postseason. He is really locked in right now.
In now the power hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up. Third inning, already a 3-2 ball game. And now they've got him in a rundown. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Here we go.
Now a move over to first, and he'll dive back in.
Here you go, let it fly.
Ready with the 2-0. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
Go.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2. A runner at second, nobody out. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Long throw to third. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out. Trace Thompson digs in. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Thompson.
And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Well, at the plate, he kind of got bailed out on that previous pitch. I think it should have been a strike. Then he goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him. Not a lot of protecting with 2 strikes there.
Six. First baseman, Adam Rosales.
Here's the 2-0. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. It's up and out of here into the archways. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His first homer so far in the series as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Digging in and looking for more. Sean Brown, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Get your pitch, huh?
Into the windup and the pitch. Softly hit to the left side. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Striding in once again, Sean Brown. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Hey, let it rip, let it go.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
Come on, let it fly right here.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Ready for another chance? Jose Altuve. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Hit to short. Brown fields it cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Astros go down 1-2-3, and the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2.
All right, one time.
Ready once again, Sean Brown.
Shortstop, Sean Brown.
Wait for your pitch.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there.
Oh, he saw that changeup really nice. He just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Comes set with the 0-1. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2.
Well, that was a pretty good swing right there. Tough changeup. Back-to-back changeups, and he fouls it off. Now you get the pitch you want, because I can't see him throwing another changeup right here.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Reddick has a read on it. 2 down. Here's Carlos Correa now, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth.
Correa
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox are one step away from a sweep. They take a commanding 3-0 lead here on the road as this one is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, it's never easy to win games on the road, so they are very happy with this win.
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
Ten to 6, the final score in this game. The White Sox take a commanding 3-0 series lead. Colin McHugh allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, the lefty Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's Game 4 now of the American League Championship Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Mike Fiers is charged with keeping their hopes alive on the mound here in the League Championship Series. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, I love watching this guy pitch. I went back, looked at the video of his last game. He pitched into the 6th inning, threw the ball great, had electric stuff when he needed to, pitched out of some tough jams, and pitched well enough to get the W. So I think we'll see tonight.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Houston Astros.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Matt, I can't wait to see what Nomar Mazara has in store. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Mike Fiers is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I love watching this guy pitch. I went back, looked at the video of his last game. He pitched into the 6th inning, threw the ball great, had electric stuff when he needed to, pitched out of some tough jams, and pitched well enough to get the W. So I think we'll see tonight really firsthand what kind of pitcher he is. We'll get to see it firsthand. All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Astros. And yes, they are moving all over the field. They love to shift heavily into the analytics, and they really move players around playing the percentages. You'll see that a lot in this game today.
Now at the plate, Sean Brown. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on.
Brown. Hey, you pitch. Drive it deep. Here you go.
Into the windup and the pitch. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Reddick on the run. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. And now the Astros will go to work for the first time. No score. Here's Carlos Correa now. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Shortstop, Carlos Correa. No one out now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Brown has it. No problem here. One away. Stepping in is Josh Reddick.
Batting 5th, right fielder.
White Sox are out to an early 1-0 lead as we play the second. On the ground up the middle. Brown ranges to his left. On to first, and there are 2 down. And with 2 away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? Digging in to try it again, Sean Brown. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Brown.
Here it comes. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Here we go.
And this is going to be a foul ball.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
Your pitch right here. Let's go, kid.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Again, a 1-2. And he just misses with a curveball.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Ready once again, Sean Brown. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Brown.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far. And the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
In time to first, and there are 2 away. Ready for another chance. Brian Beck, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit hard up the middle. Scooped up to second for one. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. 8th inning coming up. It's the White Sox 2 and the Astros 1. Ready for another shot now. Jose Altuve been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Hit to short. Brown comes up with it. On to Morrison at first, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They're down 2-1. Set to start the 9th now from Space City, Houston, Texas, as we continue our MLB Network presentation.
Now pitching for the Astros.
Clark enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Striding in once again, Sean Brown. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
Tell you what, this is the wrong guy to flirt around with. He's been swinging about really good in this series, and he hasn't got a hit in this game yet. But I'm going to tell you what, I wouldn't mess with him.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss at the curveball. A great pitch call there, and that's the first out here in the 9th. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier. Well, congratulations to them as they're now the American League champs. They're going to celebrate tonight, and then they're going to have to refocus for a run at the ultimate prize, the World Series trophy. Can't wait.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, not the longest outing you'll ever see, 6 innings, but he definitely was a factor in the game. Did a good job while he was out there, and he gets the W because of it.
For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the American League Championship Series.
We about to turn it on, 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 turn it on. We about to turn it on, go, 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 go. We about to turn it on. We about to turn it on. Turn it on. We about to turn it up. Turn it. We about to turn it up. Turn it.
So it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter coming on now with a runner at first and one gone.
Now batting, catcher, Sean Brown.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Brantley going back, and that ball is gone. Santa Maria, game over. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
Wow, everybody wants to be a hero and hit one of those walk-off game-winning home runs. So you know right now when he's getting mobbed by his teammates, he has to feel awfully good.
Close game like this, you look for that one guy who produced when it mattered most, and this is the guy. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up having just one at bat, but he stepped into a crucial spot and delivered off the bench. In my mind, that was the turning point in the game.